Right, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something real today. Men are visual creatures. That's the truth. We notice what we see first. We can't help it. It's how God wired us. But here's the part nobody talks about. You might catch a man's eye with what he sees, but you will only hold him if you can capture his mind. See, physical attraction is like a spark. It burns bright at first, but if there's no fuel, it dies out quick. When you stimulate a man's mind, when you give him something to think about, something to look forward to, something that makes him say, man, I can't get her out of my head, that's when you have him for real. You have to understand, ladies, a man can admire 100 women in a day, but the one he can't stop thinking about, that's the one he wants. It's not just about looking good. That's easy. But making him think about you when you're not there, that's the real power. You do that by having substance, by bringing more to the table than just a pretty face. A man can find beauty anywhere, but a woman who challenges him, inspires him, makes him laugh, and makes him wonder what she's thinking, that's rare. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't look good. I'm saying that can't be your only card. Because here's the deal. Beauty is everywhere, and after a while, a man's eyes adjust. What doesn't fade is how you make him feel, the energy you bring, the way you carry yourself. When you can walk into a room and have a man thinking, what's on her mind? What is she about? How does she see the world? Now you've got him chasing something deep. You have to be unpredictable in the best way. Not drama, not chaos. I mean a depth that keeps him discovering new things about you. Don't give every part of yourself too soon. Keep a little mystery. Let him earn the layers of your story. That's how you stimulate his curiosity. Because when a man feels like there's more to know, more to explore, he stays invested. The moment he feels like he's figured you out completely, his interest starts to drift. So give him something worth figuring out. And ladies, confidence is magnetic. When you know who you are, when you have your own passions, when your life is full, even without him, you become the kind of woman he wants to be around. You're not begging for his attention. You're showing him that your attention is valuable. That flips the whole dynamic. He's not just thinking about your body. He's thinking about your mind, your presence, your influence. That's when he respects you, not just desires you. Here's what most people miss. A man can desire your body without respecting you, but he cannot truly desire your mind without respecting you. Respect changes everything. It makes him want to protect you, invest in you, and stay loyal to you. When a man is mentally hooked, he's not looking for replacements, because what you give him can't be found just anywhere. So if you want his mind to desire you more than his body, feed him something his eyes can't see. Feed him your ambition, your humor, your wisdom, your unique way of seeing the world. Be that woman who makes him better just by being in his life. That's not about games. That's about knowing your worth. And trust me, when you got his mind, the body follows naturally. But when you only have the body, the mind is free to wander. Get in his head and you'll be in his life for the long run. That's the real secret. Men are visual creatures by nature, and there's no denying that. But while the eyes can be easily pleased, the heart and soul are only truly captured when there's a deeper connection. Physical attraction might be the opening chapter, but it's never the whole story. The truth is, a physical spark can fade over time. Looks change, Beauty evolves, and the excitement of the surface eventually wears off. What remains strong and unshakable is the connection that goes beyond what's on the outside. When you build something rooted in the mind and heart, it grows instead of fading. It gets richer with time, not weaker. That's why if you want a lasting bond with a man, it's not enough to only please his eyes. You have to engage his mind and stir his emotions. Think about it like this. You can hand someone a beautiful gift, and they might be happy for a moment, but the excitement fades if there's nothing meaningful inside. Physical beauty is that wrapping paper. It catches attention instantly, but it's the content inside that determines how much value it holds over time. A strong, deep connection works the same way. When you share thoughts that inspire him, when you connect on a level that makes him see the world differently because of you, you're creating something that lasts far beyond physical desire. This is the kind of connection that doesn't weaken with time, but instead deepens, becoming the glue that keeps two people bound together, even through challenges. Men might be drawn in by what they see, but they stay for how you make them feel and think. When you connect with his values, his dreams, and even his fears, you're speaking to a part of him that's far more personal than just the physical. You become someone he can open up to, trust, and depend on. This is not just about romance. It's about being a partner in life. Someone whose presence is a source of comfort and motivation. That kind of connection isn't replaced easily. It's also about consistency. Physical attraction might make him want to be near you in the moment, but it doesn't guarantee that he'll keep coming back for more. A connection that grows stronger over time comes from shared experiences, mutual respect, and a genuine understanding of each other. This requires patience and authenticity. When you show up as your true self and allow the relationship to unfold naturally, you create a bond that can't be shaken by temporary distraction. And here's something important. A physical connection often seeks immediate satisfaction, while a deep emotional and mental connection seeks longevity. The first is about the moment, the second is about the journey. When a man sees you as someone who challenges him, inspires him, and understands him, he's not just thinking about the here and now, he's thinking about the future. He starts to imagine what life looks like with you in it long term, not just as a passing chapter. That's the magic of building a connection that grows stronger over time. It transforms the way he sees you. You're no longer just someone who caught his eye. You're the person who captured his heart and mind. The beauty of this is that it works in both directions. When you focus on building this kind of bond, you also begin to see him differently. It stops being about superficial attraction and starts being about the deeper value you both bring into each other's lives. If you build something strong in the mind and heart, it won't just survive the test of time, it will thrive. Looks might open the door, but it's the connection beyond the surface that keeps it open. And when that connection is built with authenticity, trust, and mutual respect, it doesn't just last, it grows stronger every single day. Mystery and intrigue are powerful forces in attraction, yet they're often misunderstood. Many think mystery means playing games or hiding who you are, but that's not it. Real mystery is about letting someone discover you layer by layer, keeping a sense of curiosity alive. When a man feels there's more to learn about you, he stays mentally engaged. He doesn't just see you as someone he's figured out, he sees you as someone worth exploring. That sense of intrigue becomes a magnet, pulling him toward you without him even realizing why. It's the difference between reading a short story you can finish in one sitting and a novel that keeps you turning the pages, wondering what's going to happen next. When everything about you is laid out too soon, there's no journey left for him to take. It's human nature. We value and pursue what we have to earn. That's why holding a little back in a genuine way is so powerful. You're not hiding yourself. You're simply pacing the reveal. Every time he learns something new about you, it's like finding a hidden treasure. Maybe it's a passion you have, a skill he didn't know about, or a story from your life that surprises. These moments feed his curiosity, and curiosity is one of the most addictive feelings a person can have. But mystery doesn't mean silence, and intrigue doesn't mean distance. You still share your thoughts, your personality, and your presence. You just leave room for questions. The moment he feels like he knows every answer, the excitement starts to fade. People naturally crave discovery. That's why couples who have been together for decades and still find ways to surprise each other have relationships that feel alive. It's not about keeping secrets. It's about keeping the spirit of discovery alive. Intrigue also comes from the way you carry yourself. A confident woman who isn't desperate for validation creates an air of mystery naturally. She's not broadcasting every detail of her life because she's secure in who she is. She lets people earn their place in her world. And when a man feels like he's earned the right to know more about you, that knowledge becomes more valuable to him. It's the difference between being given something freely and working for it. What we work for, we appreciate more. Your conversations are another way to keep mystery alive. Instead of giving all the answers, sometimes you leave room for him to think, to wonder. Share experiences, ideas, and dreams that make him see the world in a new way. Ask questions that make him reflect. And when he shares something personal, truly listen. That exchange builds a connection where both of you are learning and growing together. It's not just you holding his interest, it's the two of you engaging in something bigger than small talk or surface level attraction. Mystery can also be found in your independence. When you have your own life, passions, and goals outside of the relationship, you automatically become more intriguing. A man sees that you're not waiting around for him to fill your time or define your worth, and that independence makes him want to be part of your world even more. He wonders what you're doing, what you're thinking, and what new things you're discovering without him. That wondering draws him back to you. In the end, mystery and intrigue are about depth, not deception. They're about showing that you are more than what meets the eye, that there's always another layer to discover. When you combine openness with just enough restraint, you create a dynamic where he's constantly drawn in, eager to learn more, and excited by the journey of getting to know you. That's how you make sure his mind stays just as invested as his heart. A confident, self-respecting woman carries an energy that can't be ignored. It's not about arrogance or acting like you're above anyone. It's about knowing your value and refusing to settle for less than you deserve. When you have that kind of presence, you naturally command attention. People can sense when someone is comfortable in their own skin, and that confidence speaks louder than any words you could say. It changes the way you walk into a room, the way you speak, and the way you carry yourself. And the truth is, when a man sees that you respect yourself, he understands he has to step up if he wants a place in your life. Self-respect means you have boundaries and you honor them. You're not swayed by flattery, gifts, or smooth words alone. You recognize when someone's actions don't align with their words, and you're not afraid to walk away from situations that compromise your dignity. This isn't about being cold or unapproachable. It's about making it clear that your time, energy, and love are valuable. A man who truly wants you will rise to meet those standards because he knows you won't lower them just to keep him around. Confidence also allows you to be authentic. You're not trying to mold yourself into what you think a man wants. You're not chasing approval. You're showing up as yourself with all your strengths, quirks, and passions, and trusting that the right person will appreciate you for it. When you're secure in who you are, you don't feel the need to compete with anyone else. You know there's no one else who can bring exactly what you bring to the table. That assurance is magnetic. Men are naturally drawn to women who inspire them. And confidence is incredibly inspiring. It tells a man you can stand on your own 2 feet, that you're capable and independent, and that you choose to be with him. You're not relying on him to define your worth. That choice makes your attention more valuable because it's not coming from a place of need, but from genuine desire. A man knows that if you're with him, it's because you want to be, not because you have to be. Self-respect also shapes the way you handle challenges in a relationship. Instead of reacting out of insecurity or fear, you address problems with clarity and composure. You're willing to communicate openly, but you're also willing to walk away if the situation demands it. That balance between openness and strength makes a man see you as someone he can't take for granted. He understands that if he loses you, he's losing someone who values herself too much to accept half-hearted love. Confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about embracing your imperfections without letting them define you. It's knowing that your worth isn't determined by someone else's opinion and that your life has purpose and meaning beyond any relationship. When you live from that mindset, you become someone a man wants to impress, protect, and commit to. You're not just a partner in his eyes, you're a woman who challenges him to grow. And here's the thing, when you respect yourself, you set the tone for how others treat you. People will mirror the energy you project. If you show that you value your time, they'll value it too. If you show that you believe in your worth, they'll believe it as well. That's why confidence and self-respect aren't just attractive traits. They're essential for building a relationship where you're truly cherished. A man might be drawn to your beauty, but it's your confidence that keeps him intrigued. It makes him see you as someone he can't afford to lose, someone whose presence brings more than just physical attraction. And when he realizes that being with you means being with a woman who stands tall in her own worth, he'll not only desire you, he'll respect you. And that's the foundation of something lasting. Shared values, laughter, and inspiring conversations are the glue that binds 2 people in a way that physical attraction alone never could. Physical desire might draw someone close, but it's the shared moments of connection, the things you both believe in and the joy you bring each other that keep them close. When 2 people see the world through a similar lens, when their priorities align, and when they can openly dream together, the relationship takes on a depth that can't be faked. That's why you can meet someone who's attractive but feel nothing lasting for them, while another person might not have initially caught your eye but becomes irresistible because of the bond you share. Shared values are the foundation because they guide how you both live and make decisions. When you believe in similar things, whether it's family, ambition, kindness, or honesty, you build trust without even realizing it. You don't have to constantly debate or defend your beliefs. Instead, you can grow together in the same direction. This alignment removes a lot of unnecessary conflict and replaces it with mutual understanding. A man who shares your values isn't just drawn to you, he feels safe with you.